Elon Musk, he's probably got a longer term thinking about this, but he said that AI will put an end to work. So the world's richest man made the stunning prediction at the AI Safety Summit during a conversation with the UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. I'm not sure if you've seen the talk at Bletchley Park, but the headline across all media was, he said AI will replace the need for us to work. He didn't give any timelines on that, okay, like he often has a habit of doing, but yeah, but what are your thoughts on us potentially living like a Wall-E type situation? We're all sitting around and robots are doing everything, AI is automated. What do you think, Sam?
One day, maybe. I mean, the talk was amazing for generating headlines and sound bites. I don't think humans will ever settle with sitting around and being served on. I think there is a drive always for the next thing and a future reaching. So people will still work.
Yeah.
It might not look like the work model that we have today, where you do your 9 to 5 and then you come back around and you do other things. So I think the life model and the social model will change.
Yeah.
But people will still have reasons to do something. I think AI will put an end to work in the current model, but will never kill work, drive, passion from humans.
Yeah. I mean, if you just swap the word AI for the Industrial Revolution or just technology itself, we went from, not we, but our great grandparents went from working in, coal mines and hundreds of hours a week to, working in crazy, ridiculous, high pressure environments that were super dangerous. And now people are complaining about their 4-day work week sort of thing. So we've definitely gone less and less hours. And I really feel like this sort of thing will probably be quite exponential, where it just kind of, in a space of like 3 years, it just kind of the hours just get lower and lower and lower as tasks get automated. But what's your take?
Yeah, I think I sort of disagree with that, actually. I think what a lot of automation seems to do, and it's in a very general sense, I'm sure there's counterpoints, but seemingly the more automation there's been in our workflows and the way we can do our work, almost the more work we've ended up doing, the higher expectations there are on your productivity. And in a lot of people work office jobs, far longer than they used to, just purely because there's the technology there to sort of always be on and always be productive. And so I'm not sure, I'm not convinced that history tells us that actually more automation is going to mean less working hours. I agree though that we haven't ever seen a sort of level of intelligence that's kind of seems to be coming with the latest revolution in AI. But so that may well change things. But there's, as you say, it comes with such big social change that actually, it's interesting to see the sort of maybe wealthier portion of our society do have the ability to sort of work less and maybe focus on other passion projects and all that sort of thing, and maybe that could be a direction we go in. I'd love to see that. That would be a kind of utopian vision of the future. But as I say, I feel a little bit skeptical from what history has showed us.
I get what you're saying. It's definitely a first world problem, isn't it, that we're talking about right now. So we're saying it from a position of privilege, right? But what about the angle of something like a universal basic income? Because if in theory people don't need to work, and I agree with what you're saying, people still probably will. I can't sit for 5 minutes without checking X or emails or doing something, right? So even if I had robots serving me all the time, I'd still be trying to build a startup or something, or do, it's just in my DNA. But 99% of the world probably would be happy with working a little bit and then using all that free time to travel and explore and live and play and enjoy. And why wouldn't they, right? That's a great thing. But how are people going to pay for rent, for food, if they don't have a job, or if they're working only 10, 20 hours a week? Do we need some kind of universal basic income, or an easy question for 9:29 a.m. on the morning, right? But have you given any thought to what happens from that perspective with the economy?
Universal basic income is a great concept. As you move to this concept where there is just a limited amount of work and everything else is free and fun, the Star Trek economy is probably the best model we currently have as an end state. And that sounds kind of a bit funny, but the idea of, hey, everything can be available and free for all, and you can go and do big humanity kind of exploration and travel.
Sure.
That's about the best that we have.
That would be like the perfect vision, right?
That's the end state, surely.
Yeah. What's your take?
I think work is one factor of that sort of utopian vision. I think there's, speaking in a sort of slightly more abstract sense, though, there are, we live in a sort of finite world, and I think there are other things that would need to fall into place, like, free unlimited energy sources. And the reason I sort of say that is because as soon as there's sort of finite resources, it feels like there is some level of competition for sort of ownership of those sources, and therefore there feels like there's some level of work to sort of, someone's going to be competing for it, and between different interests in countries or at a national or kind of individual level, humans are just hardwired to sort of, want more and want that ownership. And so, I feel like there's not only the societal, but the sort of the kind of technical capability as well, but also perhaps these other set of parameters that are that's quite an abstract sort of point, but certainly I feel like there's other.
It's not a simple question, is it?
Yeah,
there's no simple answer to it.
Yeah.
And I think anybody, whether that's me or you or anyone, tries to give an answer to that question, we're just guessing. We're we have no idea. I think that's what's so exciting and interesting about it. Like the next decades, we'll see more innovation and change than we've seen in the past 100 years. It's great time to be alive.
It will be in 50 years.
Well, it'll be even greater.